Hello, how are you doing? I'm hoping this is working okay. I am JD Kirk, and this is the first ever Tea with JD, a new video series and podcast series that I've started doing from my office here in the Highlands of Scotland. I only just remembered to actually make some tea like seconds before I came on the video. I was all set up, and then I realised I didn't have tea. Now I do have tea in my Back to the Future Lone Pine Mall mug, and it's a color changing mug. So as I drink it, it will go dark, and it will reveal the Twin Pines Mall logo on the other side, which is quite exciting. I can see some comments have started to appear on the side. Excellent stuff. What that means is using this state of the art software that I've got here. If you comment on Facebook or on the other one, YouTube, then I will see the comments coming up and I will be able to answer your questions. So let me know what beverage you have brought to Tea with JD today. The purpose of this video is really just for me to sit and talk a big old load of shite for about 15 minutes and then answer some questions that people are submitting live as we speak. I'll talk about some stuff that I've been doing recently. I did a video series before called Notes from a Scottish Author that I did over the kind of course of about 6 months. And the point of that was I was on a weight loss mission, and I very successfully lost 3 stone, which is about 42 pounds. And then I equally successfully put half of it back on again, which wasn't so good. So I'm in the process of shedding that again before my holidays in July. We're off to Florida in July, so something to look forward to. Something else I did on the previous video series was sniff a load of candles. I had mentioned in some of them that I like scented candles when I'm writing, and the author Alex Smith sent me a Yankee Candle advent calendar with a different candle every day. So I opened those and sniffed those, and some of them were lovely, some of them not so much. But this is my new office, and I have a shortage of scented candles. And recently I picked up these from Aldi, and it's an Easter range of scented candles. It has chocolate eggs, Easter cupcakes, and hot cross buns. So I thought, while chatting here, I'm going to just get stuck into some of those, and we'll see what they smell like. What else has been happening this week? I've been working on the next DCI Logan novel, which comes out in September the 20th. In fact, if you go to link.jdkirk.com/DCI Logan 15, it will redirect you to your local Amazon store, and you can pre-order the Kindle version now. So it is up there now, waiting to be pre-ordered. The 14th book, City of Scars, that comes out in 2 days, something like that. Comes out on Tuesday. And I got my first, because my local bookshop, the Highland Bookshop, I do signed copies with them, and they've sent those out already. And I've already had an email review of the book, for a couple actually, saying it's the best one yet. So I'm quite excited about that. But let's crack on with some candles. What have we got? Hot cross buns. Oh, Christ. It does smell quite hot cross bunny. I don't like hot cross buns though, so I don't know if that's going to be good. Here we go. I'll light it up. The trick, I'm told, is to light it, let it burn for a minute, blow it out, and then sniff it. That's the correct approach. So I'll try that. So hot cross buns is underway. Lots of people saying hello. I can see all waiting for the audible version of City of Scars. Okay, a bit of an update on the audio version. So Angus King, the excellent Angus King, has read the audio version. He's narrated it all. It's all recorded. It is all ready. In the process of the studio uploading it to Audible, something has gone terribly wrong and it won't finish uploading. So I don't know what's going on there. So we're hoping that's going to be fixed tomorrow. The plan is that it should be out. It should be out on the same day as the book was out, which is Tuesday. Whether that'll happen, I don't know, but it should certainly be within kind of 40 hours of that, I'm hoping. So so audio version is coming very soon, just perhaps not as soon as I would have hoped, and as I'm sure you would have hoped as well. So yeah, let's see. Right, where are we? Hot cross bun. I'll say that's about a minute. Right, it's really smoky. I I'm aware. I look that I'm emotionally distraught at the moment, but I have really bad hay fever or allergies for our American viewers, and it's causing all kinds of havoc. My eyes are like screwed up and sticking together. Um, yeah, that smells all right. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I don't like hot cross buns. So if someone said smell that, does that smell like hot cross buns? I would say yes. So yeah, it's very strong though. But there's a thing that, and it used to happen as well because I love Superman, Superman, super. I love Superman. I love supermarkets own brand crisps. The reason being, like, kind of name brand manufacturers of crisps, kind of lightly sprinkle the flavoring on, and supermarket own brand generally just shovel it in, just go shovel that in, and it kind of blows your head off. And this is very similar because the Yankee Candle ones were really sort of quite delicate, apart from a few that caused me to cry. But most of them were quite a kind of delicate, subtle aroma. Not so much for this. This will clear out your lungs. So yeah, hot cross buns, it's all right. I'll say that about it, which is not really a glowing endorsement. What's next? Oh, chocolate eggs, little mini eggs, or just chocolate eggs in general for Easter. Like Jesus wanted us to do. Oh, Jesus Christ! Speaking of Jesus, that is that is brutal. That doesn't smell like chocolate. That smells like oh God, what does that smell like? I don't know. Just some sort of chemical warfare. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this one, but I'll light it up and we'll let it breathe. As someone said in the comments, like a fine wine, which I believe is what you're supposed to do. So yeah, so City of Scars is out in a couple of days. Looking forward to people's thoughts on that. It's slightly different, this one. I don't want to say too much to give too much away. There is something happens in this which changes the series forever. Um, there's what I will say. There's a character in this book. I won't say which one, but a regular character, gets the flu. And while writing this book, I also caught the flu and was more ill than I think I've ever been in my life. And I think I caught a fictional flu from this character. So that's an interesting bit of trivia. But yeah, there's a new character. Well, not a new character. A character who has previously appeared in the series has a larger role in this book, and that's all I'm really going to tell you. Other exciting things been happening this week. I ran a crowdfunder recently for a Space Team comic. You can see Splurt down there in the corner. For my Space Team books that I write under Barry J. Hutchison, and all the cool stuff has started to arrive. So I've got some Space Team stickers, and I've got some art prints are here based on the cover, and the certificates of authenticity that go with the signed comics and stuff. So they've all arrived. The comics themselves are arriving this week. Yeah, so it's all very exciting. It was really good actually. The plan was to try and raise about £2,000 through the Kickstarter to cover the cost of printing, and the Space Team fans raised about £18,500. So that was crazy. So it's letting me do all kinds of mad stuff, and more comics will be coming soon. So I hope you're enjoying whatever beverage you're having: tea, coffee, alcohol, soft drink, fruit juice, maybe just water. Maybe you're Spartan like that and enjoy a cool glass of water. I don't really enjoy water. Some of the water makes me bulk. I don't know what it is. So I'm not a fan of water in general. Well, I suppose in general I am, because we need it to survive, but specifically for drinking purposes. Right, here we go. No, no, don't like that. No, I do not. I don't know what it is. Not chocolate, because chocolate doesn't smell like death, and that does. That is the worst. That's one of the worst smells I've ever. Like, I'm just weird because I can't go why it's bad. It's like You go, it's quite a sweet smell, but maybe it's like overpoweringly sweet. I don't know. It's not nice anyway. Don't do that one. Don't do take hot cross buns all the way. The final one. What have we got? Easter cupcakes. I enjoy a cupcake. I didn't know Easter cupcakes were a thing. Specifically Easter cupcakes. Is that a thing? Here we go. Oh, we could be onto something here. Oh, good God. Oh, that is just like buttercream. Oh, I can smell that all day. I'm going to sit here and hyperventilate. I'm going to light it up. Okay, I don't want to light it up because I think lighting it up might spoil it. But I've lit it up. So we'll see what Easter cupcakes smell like. So far, I'm loving Easter cupcakes, I'll be honest. Absolutely loving it. You can see my mug started to change colour as it gets cooler. Sheena Riddle doesn't like cupcakes. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Sheena? Why do you like cupcakes? Aren't Easter cupcakes just hot cross buns? Yeah, well, I would have thought so. I'm not aware of any Easter cupcake sort of tradition. Maybe there is. Maybe your hay fever is affecting your olfactory ability. I don't think so. Maybe you've got COVID. I don't think so because I can smell things quite clearly. And the chocolate eggs just smell, awful. Awful. Okay, let's get some questions. Anyone have any questions they want to ask about anything at all? What I've been working on, books, any of that stuff? People are asking about the comics. Where can we buy the comics? Well, we're sort of exclusive to Kickstarter for a while. Once that's all done, they will be available elsewhere. So I will keep you posted on that. If you go to just go to barryjhutchison.com and you will find kind of information on there eventually, probably when I get around to updating it. But if you go there, barryjhutchison.com, and I will update there when the comic is available for people far and wide. Jackie Mitchell, are the comics for kids or adults? If the former, do you have to watch Barry's and swap out to JD and throw in some Humanisms? Well, it's kind of for adults, I suppose. Well, sort of like teenagers can read it. Like it's not meant for. It's not the Beano, It's not. It is meant for kind of readers older than that. It features the phrase "giant alien space vagina." So, if your children can cope with the words "giant alien space vagina" in that order, then they'll probably be fine. But it's not meant for children. It's meant for very juvenile, childish adults. Let's see what else we've got here. John Shepherd is asking, I'd like to know if you have a good belly laugh when you think of some of the things Hoon says. Oh, I just changed it, just moved. Hang on. I think I can pin you. There we go. Show on stream. I'd like to know if you have a good belly laugh when you think of some of the things Hoon says, such as, okay, these bad words. Drive my fucking car. I'd rather be fucking gangbang by the A-team. Do I laugh out loud? No, I don't really. It's weird when I'm writing. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it takes me by surprise because my fingers. I've said before, my fingers kind of do all the work. Like I don't telepathically put it onto the page. But I feel like I'm not thinking about it. I feel like I'm just. My fingers are writing the words down, not making the words up because then it would be gibberish. But they're writing the words down, and I'm kind of following along. So sometimes something happens. Like there's a point in the next Hoon book, which is called Westward, which is out in July. Angus is currently recording that. There's a point in that genuinely made me laugh out loud. In fact, there's a few points in that made me laugh out loud because I didn't expect them at all. Like they completely came out of nowhere and in many ways made no sense at the time, but I managed to make them make sense. But there was a few points. It wasn't really the swearing, it was just some. What makes me laugh is thinking about what Hoon or what Logan or whoever's reaction is going to be to stuff. So I kind of laugh when the thing they're going to react to happens, and I don't really laugh at their reaction to it because I'm kind of somewhere I'm aware of what that is. So I'm kind of ahead of the joke in that thing. But when something happens, and then I know I have to come up with their reaction to that thing, then quite often that will make me laugh. So yeah, there we go. So I don't know how I get rid of this now. I'm stuck with John, and what does that do? Oh, I don't know what I've done. This is a whole new bit of software I'm using, so I don't know how it works. Um, this is a different one. Any chance of a large-scale Grim Logan or Grim Hoon crossover? Grim being David J. Gatward's DCI Harry Grim from David J. Gatward's crime fiction series. Dave and Alex Smith and I recently met up in London, and we made some plans for some fun things that we're going to do. So watch this space is all I will say. How does Angus cope with Humanisms? Are there many takes? I think Angus is just consummate professional. I'd imagine his throat must be in ruins by the time he finishes a day of Hoon takes, because it can't be good for your throat the way he does the voice. It can't be good for you. It must do lasting damage. Let's see what else we'll look at. It's quite, because every time people post, it scoots the comments up, so it's quite difficult. So I'm kind of scrolling back to see. Someone's asking, let's see. City of Scars, you mentioned a major change. Does the main character die? Well, obviously, I'm not going to tell you that if that is the case. But so I'm not saying any more than that. I'm just saying there is a big change, and that's it. And that's all I'm telling you. Are you surprised? Richard asks. Are you surprised at how well Hoon has been received? Yeah, I am quite surprised, because I'm quite surprised and I'm pleased, obviously, because I've kind of deliberately tried to make him likable. From when he appeared in those first few books, he's just a horrible man. And I kind of set about after book 6, I set about trying to make him a bit more human, instead of just this sort of caricature, which is what he sort of was prior to that. He was just angry police boss, like the little bald guy in Cagney and Lacey. So I tried to make him a bit more of a rounded character from book sort of 7 onwards, knowing at that point that I was going to do his own series. And it seemed to work. So I was pleased it worked. I was pleased people were able to sort of empathise with him, while still, because it was a balancing act of keeping him a monster and making him likeable at the same time. So, I mean, there are some 1-star reviews that say the language in this book is atrocious, but I suspect they've never read any of the other books, because really that's his sort of unique thing, isn't it? It's just his language, and it's not that, because I mean, when I wrote him, I thought this is a complete caricature of a human being. No one alive is like this. And the number of emails I've had from people who say, "I think you based him on my boss." That's exactly what my boss was like, which is horrifying. So, am I surprised how well it's been received? Yes, surprised and pleased. Well, what's this? What's this? Liz, I've just rescued a pug and named him DC Tyler Niche. He would be honoured if he would be his godfather. Will you do that? Well, of course. I've never been a dog's godfather before, or I've never been a child's godfather for that matter, but I would love to be the godfather for rescue pug DC Tyler Niche. So, yes, I accept that honour willingly. Giles, I can't really see the name. It's quite difficult. I can only see half the name. Giles, what made you decide to limit the Hoon books to 4? Well, I didn't. I decided to limit the Hoon books to 3. I thought I'm going to do a trilogy of Hoon books, and then the titles are North Wind, Southpaw, Westward. And then I thought, well, it's kind of crying out for an East, isn't it? Like it's crying out for a 4th one. And my son kept telling me it was ludicrous that there wasn't a 4th one. So I thought, well, I'll probably do a 4th one if I can think of something that starts with East. And I did think of something that starts with East. I won't tell you what it is at the moment, but I thought of something that started with East, and it immediately lent itself to a story that made me laugh out loud at the thought of it. And it will be it's kind of going to be a Christmas special, basically. It will come out in kind of midway through November. It will be set at Christmas. It will feature Hoon and some characters from the Hoon series, and it will feature all the characters from the DCI Logan series as well. So it's going to be a big sort of crossover between those two. And I'm really looking forward to it. I've got to finish this Logan book, and then, which I've only really just started. I'm only about 15,000 words into it, so I'll finish that, and then I will crack on with the Hoon book, which will be East blank, and it will come out in November. So there will be 4. I doubt I'll do more after that. I don't know though. I kind of feel like just maybe folding him back into the Logan books a bit. I don't want to get rid of them, but I kind of feel like maybe folding him back into the Logan books a bit is the way to go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. However, what I will say is all this could just be a cover story, and maybe he dies in book 3. So you just have to wait and see. Okay, what other questions have we got? Angela, I think that says you're covered up. Are you going to use your recent sleeper training experience in a book? No, probably not. I referenced the sleeper in the first Hoon book when he goes down to London on the sleeper. He takes the seated sleeper, which is thoroughly unpleasant. And I recently came up from London on the sleeper, but I had a little cabin thing. If you go to my Twitter account, go to JD Kirk Books, twitter.com/JD Kirk Books, and then look for moments. And I've done like a breakdown. I live tweeted through my sleeper train experience, and it was quite unpleasant, really. But I would. I might put it. I doubt I'll put it in. I can't see an opportunity to put it in, but we shall see. We shall see. Let's see. Liz. So the dog, is this the dog? Is this DC Tyler-Niche, the pug, who's buzzing? We're taking him his first ever holiday next week. Do you think we'll take him to the Highland Bookshop for a photo? Oh, right, cool. Well, ping me a message, and then I'll try. If I'm around, I'll try and come in, and we can do a lovely photo with my new godson / dog. What's this one now? Peter, for the Space Team series, how hard is it not with all the names of the characters, or the titles? I don't know. I'll answer both. The characters is it's quite easy. I find coming up with the character names in the Logan books more difficult, because I can just make up the character names in the Space Team series, because they're space names. So my favourite though being the evil villain in book 2 called Vajazzle, which is only a joke if you're from the UK and know what Vajazzling is. But she's like an evil space witch called Vajazzle. Book 2 is called Space Team: The Wrath of Vajazzle. Coming up with their names is fine, because I can just make it up, and as long as I write it down and remember what those names are, that's fine. But coming up with Logan names, like, I'll have to use real names, and then I realise I only know about 10 real names, and I have to go and kind of try and come up with other ones. Find lists of names and go, I'll use that, and then I'll do it. And sometimes I'll get all the way through a book and realise I've used the same name for a different character, 2 books previously, and have to go through and change it all again. So coming up with Space Team names is all right. Coming up with titles, that was most of them are just sort of based on existing films or whatever, so they're kind of puns really. So that was just kind of thinking of, a lot of the time the story was led by the title, actually, of the Space Team. Like the Hunt for Red Octopa. The entire plot was dictated by that title, which I quite liked. There we go. Here we go. There's a couple of people mentioning the Logan book should be a TV series, and Hoon could be a spin-off series. I'm working with an agency who kind of I've signed with recently, who are fully invested in developing the TV world of Logan. So I will keep you posted when I have more information to share on that. And Meg Freeman also said the same bit she would like to see it on TV. Yeah, lots of people are now terrified that I'm going to kill Hunoff in the third book. So just have to wait and see, won't you? Did you ask a while back, who's this? Janice. Did you ask a while back about thoughts on doing Prelogin for characters like Tyler? Yeah, I've always got little kind of ideas on the go for what I what I want to write next, or what I think is going to amuse me in some way, or what I think readers might like. I only write things that sort of appeal to me, and what quite appealed to me at that point was like Tyler in uniform, sort of back, kind of 2-3 years before meeting Logan, before becoming plainclothes. So it would just be him in this little sort of Highland community, sort of a Hamish Macbeth type community, but with Tyler as a uniform, kind of not investigating murders, but kind of lower level crimes, and probably just fucking them up basically. But so that was kind of, it's still something I'm thinking about. I like the idea of exploring characters' backstories a bit like that. So there we go. Someone pointed out Hoon would not be allowed on TV. You're probably right. It'd be very difficult to get Hoon on TV in his current form. Netflix, maybe they're all right with that. You can do what you like on Netflix. Richard. Oh, look at that. Richard could imagine Logan investigating Hoon's murder, but don't want to. That'd be a sad book, wouldn't it, if that happened? But yeah, just have to wait and see what happens. Who's this? I can't see the name. Pam. The audiobooks are brilliant. Did you get to choose Angus King yourself as the narrator? He is superb. I did choose Angus King myself. We went through, for the audiobooks, we'd gone, put like an open edition for narrators to come and do their interpretation of the kind of sample we put out. The sample was somewhere from book one. It had Logan in it, and it had, I think it was Logan meeting the team for the first time, because I wanted to hear the different accents, so like Hamza's Aberdonian and all that sort of thing. So I was wanting to hear the different interpretations of the accents. And so I made it very clear I want a Scottish narrator, and most of them that came back were American, trying to do a Scottish accent and failing really, really quite badly. I must try and dig them out and see if it's probably immoral to share them, I suppose. But I mean, it's Jesus. Some of them were just, "Och, aye, the new," it was that sort of thing. So they were all terrible. And then I went looking for other narrators, and I kind of stumbled upon Angus. I can't really remember how I stumbled upon him, and I found him, and I listened to like a couple of lines of something that he'd done, and I went, him, like he's the guy that I want to do it. And I sent him the sample script. I got in touch with him, sent him the sample script without even really caring how. I didn't like it. I assumed he was going to be great, and he sent the sample back, and it was great. And then we went with him. So he's done all the Logan books, and then Audible bought the rights to do the Hoon books. And they were kind of looking at some other narrators, and it was really clear at that point that everyone who liked the audiobooks largely likes them for Angus's narration on them. So I kind of suggested Angus for those as well, and thankfully they did go with Angus. So he's great. If you haven't listened to the audiobooks, I heartily recommend getting one on Audible. You can get the free trial and listen to one, and he is genuinely fantastic. He's so good. He brings it all to life in a way that that I can listen to them and not realise they're my books almost, because I get so kind of caught up in his performance. And it's the same with Phil Thrawn, who does the Space Team books. Phil, I can read the books and I never laugh at them, but as soon as I listen to Phil reading them, because he does something, takes them to some new level, then I laugh at them then, because it's almost like it's someone else's books. I hope that makes sense. I forgot what the question was, so there we go. Let's see what else we've got. We'll have to wrap this up soon. I need to go and we're getting new carpets in my daughter's bedroom next week, and I need to pack everything up. Cleo Grant now looks for audiobooks done by Angus King. Yes, as do I. He's very good. There is clip. Where did that go? I hit it again. There we go. No, wrong one. I came across Logan books when I bought some other and realised it was season. From Hell High Water. Yeah, so you're almost up to date. I had one a minute ago about sharing. Oh, I've lost it now. Oh, here we go. Well, it keeps moving. It keeps moving. This is everyone keeps commenting, and it goes, "Where are we? Where are we? Anthony, did I get you? I thought we were meant to be sharing our beverage during this. I'm on the real ale. How's your brew? It's all right, actually. I've it's now transformed into Twin Pines Malt because it's gone a bit cold. It's Scottish blend, just black tea. I used to have milk and sugar in tea, and then for some reason I just decided I'd ditch sugar, and then just had milk, and then I ditched milk. So next time I might just ditch the water and just spoon dry tea into my mouth. I'm really going for minimalism with the tea. But it's nice. It's a bit cold now. I would have had a lovely biscuit or a Tannics wafer, but I'm back on my weight loss quest. I forgot about these, though. I forgot about this. Easter cupcake candle. We'll wrap up with the Easter cupcake candle. Thanks, everyone, for coming along. Who's that? It says, Vivian, I only read paperbacks, but I think we'll try the audiobooks by Angus. You absolutely should. If you go to if you've never tried Audible, go to my website, go to jdkirk.com. There's a reading order bit on there, or just find the books on there. Click the link, it'll take you to the Audible, and you'll be able to get the book for free. But if you don't want to carry on getting audiobooks, you need to cancel your trial. But you get to keep the book. So here we go. Yeah, that is bloody lovely. Like, I could eat that with a spoon. I could get stuck into Easter cupcake, by far the winner. Oh, I could just huff that all day, like some sort of addict, some sort of candle addict. Easter cupcake is the winner. I wasn't aware this was a competition until now. Second place, hot cross bun, like a distant second. I mean, it's all right, but it's a bit full on. And then a far distant third. I'm not even going to say third, I'm going to say last. Because third gives it too much credit. God almighty, it's brutal. Yeah, don't do that. So that's it for this first Tea with JD. If you want to hear me wittering shite again, then tune in for the next one. Whenever it's going to be. I don't know when to do these. Like, I want to do these every week and just kind of update you with what I've been up to. And answer questions and all that stuff. But I'm not sure what the best day is. So today is Sunday. Is it? Yeah, today's Sunday. So I don't know if Sunday's best, if a weekday's best. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll try and arrange the next one for the time that most suits everyone. However, it will be available in perpetuity until the end of time on both Facebook and on YouTube. So everyone can get a chance to see it, should they wish. I'm not going to force anyone. We don't live in that sort of state, thankfully. Not yet, anyway. But who knows the way everything's going. So, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for sitting through me sniffing candles again. And I will see you all again soon for Tea with JD number 2. Bye for now. I don't know where the button is.